Today, what I ask, as you listen to the speech, and my colleagues listen to the speech, is to listen to the factual merits of his proposals and weigh all of the implications of what he says, not just the financial implications, but the social implications. Because the budget document that we will listen to the governor present today is more than just an exercise in putting numbers on a piece of paper. It's more than just trying to have a budget that balances. Of course, the state law requires that we have this document, and the state law requires that it balance. But a budget is equally about the people of the state of New Jersey. It determines so many things. It determines what people pay in property taxes. It determines how their children are educated, and in fact, where they're educated. And sometimes it determines if and whether they'll have access to health care. So it's not just about the pennies, it's about the priorities. One of the things that we have to resist is the emotional rhetoric in which the governor often wraps his speech. Instead, we have to listen to what he says, not how he says it. When we talk about New Jersey's budget, it's important to note that the document we're talking about today is going to have a $10.5 billion structural deficit, and last year we had a $10.7 billion structural deficit. So despite all of the tough talk about sacrifice and tough decisions, we're really no better off this year than we were last year. And let's talk about some of the tough choices the governor made over the last year. He deferred a $3 billion pension payment, making a bad problem even worse. He slashed aid to public schools and municipalities and ended homestead rebates, causing property taxes to skyrocket. He raided the state's clean energy fund to help balance the budget, and he cut social safety net programs for seniors, the poor, and the disabled. All of those tough choices, and we're no different than we were as we entered the budget process last year. Whose fault is that? I'm sure in the course of the speech today, the governor will find someone to blame. I'm not standing here today to disagree that times are tough. They are. And I suppose the governor is going to talk about the tough times that we're facing. But the fact that there are tough times, that fact should not be an excuse. Because the tough economic times that we're in New Jersey and in this nation were not caused by teachers. They're not caused by public employees. The fall in revenue that the state has experienced was not caused because employees have the right to collectively bargain for salary and benefits. The real question today is whether the governor will propose that we should balance the budget on the backs of working families.